Okay, part two. Yeah, as I was saying before, judgments and screaming at people about what not to do is a little bit harsh, I think, in my opinion. If someone wants your opinion, will ask for help. And yes, some people do watch the TikTok videos for help and YouTube videos for help. And there's nothing wrong with raw truth if somebody does ask for this. But I think the thing that really, like, I do scroll on, but I must say I just find it a tad rough. Screaming at another human being about their choices, is a little bit beyond, in my opinion. Like I said before, we're all doing the best that we know how to do on this soul's journey. And you screaming at them is not the way to go. We're all doing our best, and I'm pretty sure that they're already being hard on themselves about it after they're trying to lift their standards, and then you're screaming at them and going, you want this, then blah, blah, blah. What I'm trying to say is we attract who we are as a person. That was fair enough in what they said, and that is true. But I feel, in my opinion, you don't need to yell at someone just because something else triggers you. Like, you did trigger me, but I'm not going to sit here and I'm not going to abuse you and I'm not going to scream about it, because I realise that you think that you're helping, but in my opinion, you're not. It is best to lead from a non-judgmental perspective and realise we are all doing the best that we know how to do on this soul journey, which can be tough at times. So yes, make the relationship that you want with someone else with yourself first, and then you will attract the right one to you. Working on yourself is the first step to this. Prioritizing yourself is the first step to this. And sometimes we may have been brought up to believe that this was vanity, or this was this, or that was that. If you were brought up in a religious background like I was, some things in the Bible are misconstrued. And when you're younger, you don't understand this. You just think it's ultimately the worst thing possible to be vain or to do this or to do that. And you suddenly think that you're a narcissistic boof. You're not. It's just amazing that things are misconstrued, because it is true. When you're younger, you are very much a sponge and you are still learning your critical thinking. You are still learning your emotions. And when things are not explained adequately, as a child, we can take on things a lot more harshly. And then you become a grown-up, and then you've got to undo things that happen to you when you're a child so that you can have a healthy relationship with another human being. So yeah, ultimately working on you each day, imagining that you are already that person that you want to have the relationship with. Forgive me if there's noise in the background, I do apologise. And I will try my best to round this up. And yes, not screaming at another human being about basically what their choices are. They're doing the best that they know how to do. And yeah, maybe sometimes they're not the best choices at the time, but in the end, it's their journey. I'll never forget a saying that I remembered, because I love to look into some of the Buddhist sayings about a Buddhist monk. They were both walking along the road and somebody needed help. So the Buddhist monk said, oh my gosh, I better help that person. So he picked the person up and he carried them as far as he could. And then the other monk said, okay, this is not the exact story, but I'm just trying to give you the point of view. So he said, okay, you've done enough, put them down. And the monk goes, yes, but they can hardly walk still. And the other monk goes, yes, but it is now time for them to go on their own journey. And by you keeping them on your back, you are robbing them of their lessons and their journey in life that they are meant to learn from. That was the ultimate parable from that story, which I cannot remember correctly. If anybody knows the correct parable, feel free to put it underneath. But in other words, do not rob someone else of the journey, because ultimately they will not learn what they are meant to learn. Yes, I'm not saying don't help them. Definitely help them. but still allow them to come to that lesson in their own time. Assist them when they need assistance. Give them guidance when they need guidance. But do not give them so much assistance that the lesson in that parable and the lesson is robbed from them, because then they're not going to learn. They're going to just keep wanting you to carry them, and you're going to get bitter and upset. So keep digging into yourself, keep learning the journey, keep assisting yourself, and keep your standards high when it comes to relationships, and don't let anybody else tell you that they're the wrong standards. As the other person said, if you want a woman that is going to go 50-50 in a relationship with you, go find that woman that's comfortable with that. Or if you want to do the old-fashioned way and be traditional and have the man be the breadwinner, that doesn't mean that you don't contribute to the relationship. You still do. Go find that relationship. Or if you want that man that's got the $1 million yacht, or the woman that's got the $1 million yacht, because let's face it, these days there's some women out there that are earning more than men. Go find it. But just remember, if you want to be in his or her life, work on you first. Be the best you that you can be, because the moment that you become the best you is the moment that you attract the other half that is the best you anyway. Because we are all masculine and feminine to start with. No one is better than anyone else. It is all about perspective. So just look at things from a different perspective when you're not seeing things the way that you feel that you need to. Stop. And do like the hangman, like when you get the hangman card in the tarot. It's all about looking at things from a different perspective. If you're feeling stuck, stand still. Don't punish yourself. It happens. Like I've said in the beginning, we're all doing the best that we can on this journey. And I don't care what anybody says. We are born perfect. We're all perfect. We are all perfect creations of the universe, of God, of the purple alien, whatever you want to call it. If I ever hear someone say we are not perfect, I have heard it directly from the spirit world, from my guides, and from the energetic beings. If I hear someone say they're not perfect again, I am going to lose it. We are all perfect. We are born perfect. It only appears imperfect because this is part of the illusion. We are all old souls on the journey, and we chose to have the experience. So don't ever think that you're not perfect, because you are perfect. I've said it before. We are perfect creations of the universe, making imperfect mistakes. No matter what happens to you, you're not impure, you're not damaged, you're not broken. That is an illusion. Nothing can touch you, because the most inner part of your being is in perfect love. And you are a perfect creation of the universe. So just remember that when anyone goes, oh my gosh, you're impure, you're damaged, blah, blah, blah. Rubbish. 100% rubbish. And don't let anyone tell you that you need to lower your standards or do this or do that. And yes, there will be moments that you will feel imperfect, but just remember to come back to the inner part of you when that critical person comes inside you and says you're not perfect, and just go to it, well, thanks for that, but I know that that is a complete bunch of rubbish, because you are perfect. Everyone is. Just take the experience and turn it into love, and you will have absolutely no trouble attracting who you want. And don't let anybody else tell you to settle. Have what you want. Be what you want to be, and do what you want to do. Go out there and love with all your heart, and your perfect one will be there. Mwah. Much love and light. Bye.